All right. Well, welcome everyone to our Team Plant Strong Monday night training call. We're so excited to be jumping into November and coming off of conference. Just more good stuff keeps rolling out from corporate. And we're just so thrilled about the new QSSC transition plan. So if you haven't seen that, definitely jump on your virtual office after the call and check that out, because whether you are a brand new or you're already an SC, this is definitely something that's attainable and super exciting that is new from conference. But I'm going to jump in and just say thank you guys for being on. Thanks for taking your time to get poured into. This is our time to come together and get filled up so that we can pour into others all week long and be able to have the tools and equipping to build our businesses. So tonight we are super fortunate because you're going to get to hear the training that Sheila and I did at conference. And the reason I say that is because it's on a topic that we all can grow in. It's team building. How to build healthy and strong teams is the title of our talk. And Sheila and I know from collective 27 years in the business, team building is the key to longevity. It is the key to a bigger paycheck. It is the key to having the corporate benefits package. It's really the key to making the biggest impact. So we're super excited to be able to train on that, and we're grateful that you guys get to hear it. And I'm going to just introduce Sheila really quickly. She's going to tell more about her story in our talk, but Sheila and I were connected through corporate whenever we were asked to speak, and she's a national marketing director as well. She's a 50 Club NMD, and she lives like an hour and a half from me in Texas, so it's pretty cool. What Streetman, I think is what it is. She lives on a lake, which is pretty awesome that Jesus Plus allowed her to move to kind of their dream location. And it's just kind of cool, the friendships that this business provides. As you grow in your business, you find sideline buddies who are maybe only an hour and a half away, but you never would have ever met them otherwise. And so we're super grateful for the friendship we've created and for the opportunity to get to share on stage together, and then also to share with you guys. And it was really cool because you guys have a front row seat at what our team does. And it was neat to see that Sheila and I do a lot of things really similarly, but then we also had some differences that really just kind of rounded out our training. So I'm going to stop talking and we're going to jump in. I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you can actually see our presentation. And Sheila, thank you for being on our call and for being willing to do this. I know both of us were probably like, it's out of our brain.
It was. That's why I have my note card.
I was like, it's out of my brain, and now I have to remember what I said. So we may not be as polished as on stage, but there's grace for that, and we're just super grateful. So let me share my screen. Oops.
For so long after the presentation, it kept rolling in my brain, and I finally said, turn off.
Yes, 100%. I would like wake up thinking about it. Like, no, you don't have to do that anymore. Okay, here we go. Okay, can you see my screen?
We can. I can.
All right. Do you want to do this slide or just move on to our stories?
Yeah, I think we can. I mean, on this slide, we basically, since this is Michelle's team, thank you for trusting us on this journey. I mean, that's basically what we said, because it is a team and we didn't get to where we were without y'all. And, we are very appreciative of you. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I just want to say, this is my family. My husband, we've been married a long, long time. I felt like almost 32 years in December. This is my oldest son and his wife, Tyler. He owns a CrossFit box in San Angelo. And my youngest son is a young missionary. He works for us actually at the lake at our one of my husband's business, and he's also got involved in a small church out there. So we're all in the family right now. And since I don't know any of y'all, I can say this: I'm going to be a grandma. So I am totally excited, but I can't tell anybody because they haven't announced it on Facebook, but hopefully y'all don't know me and know them or anything like that. So anyway, I'm excited about it, and they are my biggest support cheerleaders, whatever you want to call it. And they're actually my why, and you'll hear that in my story. But our health journey started 15 years ago. You know, I had not heard of free radicals. I did not know what antioxidants was. And I did not know that Swiss chard was a vegetable. That is a true story. I thought it was a cheese. I'm serious. Swiss chard, Swiss cheese. I really did. So you can imagine what I was feeding our kids. And so because of, I for many years gave our kids drugs for allergies, ADD, you name it. We had it, asthma. And it wasn't until we saw a serious side effect of one of the drugs that I asked the doctor, I said, what else can we do? And he recommended feeding our kids fruits and vegetables. And I remember thinking, that's an easy solution. I can change that. I can start feeding them fruits and vegetables. Well, no, especially when I hadn't raised them on fruits and vegetables. So that began our journey. We had a disastrous attempt at juicing, which led me to beg God, please change their taste buds or send us something. And my prayer was answered by a fireman who happened to mention that his wife shared Juice Plus. And 9 months down the road with Juice Plus and healthy lifestyle changes, my kids came off all of their meds, and we drastically reduced trips to the doctor. And so not only did Juice Plus turn our health around, but the Juice Plus business opened up options that we did not know were possible. And, back then I'd owned a retail store for 15 years. And, what was the cost of our benefits package? Very high premiums, and very limited coverage, basically. But because we chose to share the gift of health everywhere we went, it just made a huge difference in our life. And because of that, not only because of that, having healthy kids, we were able to sell a business, pay for our kids' college, move to a lake, take care of 2 aging parents, and all of this while and sponsor missionaries. There's just so many things that have just happened, and we just started a nonprofit, all while having a full and amazing benefits package. So those 5 words, my wife shares Juice Plus, have been and will continue to be a blessing for our health and wealth from now on. So
I love your story. I love it. So most of you guys know my story, but I'll just recap it for you. My Juice Plus journey started 10 years ago. Juice Plus started out for me as just a simple way to get in more fruits and veggies as an active, busy professional. But ultimately it turned into so much more. Adding Juice Plus in, flooding my body with all these fruits and vegetables, and making some lifestyle changes helped me get off of my inflammatory medications, my allergy medications, and heal faster than the doctors expected from 2 major orthopedic surgeries. So ultimately, it helped me go from someone that had a lot of underlying health issues to becoming a healthy, medication-free mama. And if you've ever gotten off medications, it really is just so powerful, because they're there for a purpose, but you don't want them for life most times. So now, as you guys know, I have my sweet girl, Brooklyn, and she loves her Juice Plus. She eats her capsules every day. And we're so grateful to have a healthy Juice Plus baby. So I don't know if all of you know this, but I didn't get into Juice Plus for the business. It actually became my plan B. I was disheartened with my corporate job, just not feeling like I could get to where I wanted to be in that career, and feeling like I worked like a dog and didn't get much in return. And so I went to my first conference like some of you guys just went to your first conference. I sat in the audience, I listened to the NMD speeches, and I realized that there is a better way, that there was a better way for me and for my future. And so I knew I needed to build a healthy and strong team so that I could leave my corporate career and have the finances and flexibility to pursue my dreams. So as many of you know, this led to me and my husband, Brian, leaving our corporate and government jobs, getting to RV around the country for 2 years, full-time before kids, and then now both being able to stay home with Brooklyn, and all while sharing healthy living from anywhere we are. So that's my story. Now that you've heard kind of why it was important for Sheila and for me to build a healthy and strong team, we're going to jump into how we are building healthy and strong teams. So we wholeheartedly believe that building healthy and strong teams starts with you and with us. I love this John Maxwell quote: "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way." For your team to grow and stay healthy, you need to strive to be the best teammate on your team. We call this leading by example. Your team will pay more attention to what you do than what you say. And I've heard this so many times. I've seen it to be true with you guys. And now as a mom, it hits home more than ever, you know, that actions speak louder than words. So I guess these will be rhetorical questions. You guys can put it in the chat, but have any of you ever heard your teammates, maybe some of your downline, some of your teammates say, "My team isn't bringing on new business partners"? Or maybe you've said, "My team isn't adding new customers." Well, my first response is simply, are you? Are you adding new business partners? Are you adding new customers? So why aren't our teammates doing this? A lot of times it's easier to focus on helping others with their business versus doing the work ourselves. And it's more comfortable to work with the team we have than getting out and finding new teammates. I know this to be true. Oh. I'll mute her. Sabrina, can you mute your line? So I want you guys to ask yourself, what do I want to duplicate within my team? Here are some of the things that came to mind when I went through this exercise. I want to duplicate self-motivation, gratitude, leaders of leaders, consistency, relationship builders, customer acquirers, and personal growth. So the reality is you can only duplicate what's on the original copy. And I know some of you maybe have never used a copier before, but I happen to have a lot of personal experience with it. And let me assure you that when you put that paper in and press copy, it never comes out different than the original.
Yeah. So speaking of going the way and showing the way, I'm fixing to be vulnerable. As I mentioned in my story that we moved to the lake, or Michelle told you this, when we did, I went into full-blown management mode as a new national marketing director. So what does that mean? Instead of focusing on growing on my team, I started managing the team that I had. And it was probably because of a little word called fear, fear of success, fear I'd let team down, fear of having to work harder. And all of this was at the same time that social media was coming into existence, where I could see what others were doing with their businesses and what I was not doing with mine. So I realized very quickly that comparing myself to others was a very needless distraction. And just as Michelle mentioned, your team follows you. As I slowed down, most of my team slowed down. So what did I do to turn things around? I changed my direction. Jim Rohn said, "You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight." So I began to work on myself mentally, physically, and spiritually, and I began to work smarter rather than harder. I started to build again, and our team started to follow. So now, Michelle and I do want to share with you how we have set a foundation for growing strong and healthy teams.
All right. So does anyone know what DMO stands for? If you were at conference, don't cheat. You can put it in the chat. So it's kind of a trick question because to me, DMO means don't miss out. Having a daily method of operation, you guessed that, you were close, is going to equip you to not miss out on all this business has for you. So I want you to remember this. If you want to be a strong leader who grows and duplicates and builds a strong team, you need to do the business building activity that you want your team to do. This includes customer and business outreach, consistent follow-up, customer care, and events. These are things, even as national marketing directors, these are things Sheila and I are consistently doing to build our businesses. And in turn, our team and you guys are doing this too. So our team loves using this DMO planner that's available. It was on the Mission Driven model. Now there's a version on the Freedom Revolution, which is amazing because it's linked to our virtual office. But this is a great tool for doing this, keeping accountable to this business building activity. We also love Teamzy. If you are newer to the team and you're not familiar, Teamzy is a great customer relationship management tool, which allows you to track your conversations and connections with people. It helps you to share it with your upline for accountability and support. And ultimately, both of these tools are a great way to keep you accountable on a daily or weekly basis for doing this business building activity. So if you haven't tried either of them, I encourage you to try both and see which works best for you. Some people are digital people now and they want to do things digital, and some people prefer pen and paper. So either are great, but you definitely need to have something keeping you on track. So let's look at some ways we put our DMO into action to find teammates. As you can see, there are many ways to find new teammates, but it requires action. You can find them online or in person, and we recommend both. When I took a look at our organization and our leaders on our team, I was shocked to realize how many of you guys I didn't know when I started this business. It's a big sea out there, and there are many fish waiting for you to go find them and share this business. So here are some ways we are finding teammates. One way to find strong team is digging deep in your organization. I am proof that it pays to reach down, as my NMD started mentoring me as a VF who was several generations below him. Getting out and doing life. Let's be honest for a minute. Most times it's easier to stay home than it is to get out and engage with people. But I'm here to challenge you to do the thing to get out of the house, because you never know who might be there waiting to meet you. Someone who needs what you have to offer. This makes me think of a Christmas party 2 years ago. I was pregnant, not feeling great, and it was a dress-up party. All signs were saying no, but I got out of my way and I went. You know what? Someone I met that night is one of my newest 2,000 plus teammates. The gym. 8 years ago, I walked into a gym to meet a friend for a 5 a.m. workout. The girl working the desk showed me around, and as luck would have it, we had lots of time to chat since I was at the wrong gym location. We became instant friends, and she's now one of my best friends and is a QNMD on our team.
Oh, I love that. So family is on the list, and you can breed them just like I was talking about earlier. Your kids can be some of your best teammates. My oldest son and his wife own a CrossFit box, and they want the benefits package and stay home and raise their babies when the time comes, which is going to be very soon. And my youngest is a young missionary, and what better way to support his mission when traveling abroad, since Juice Plus is in 28 countries. I dripped on my cousin for 3 years. When she finally said yes, she was our team's first national marketing director. My sister-in-law led me to a qualifying national marketing director team. So it's not who you know, but sometimes who they know. And taking classes to educate yourself led to a weekend nutrition class where I was blessed to sit by the most sweet-spirited woman, and she is this close to senior sales coordinator. Civic organizations are on the list. This is a great place to not only meet people, but to give back to your community. I was a member of the Kiwanis Club for 25 years, got reacquainted with a good friend, and she's one of our qualifying national marketing directors. And Michelle is right. People are searching right now, and they are waiting for you to find them and share. And the possibilities are really endless and all about relationships. So once you find your partners, what's next? So here's what we do.
So the first thing we do when starting new teammates is cast vision. We want people to get the big picture, to know what's possible for them. So what does it look like to cast vision if you're new to our business? An easy way is to share the compensation plan. This amazing new compensation plan was unveiled at conference, and we are so excited about the potential earnings and bonuses available. This is a great way to show them what's possible for them. Next, show them where you're going. Then ask, where do you want to go? Through this, we share the possibility of having a part-time income, a full-time income, having a benefits package, holiday bonuses, financial choices, or just being able to create their own options.
So next, it really is just a process. When casting vision for your new partners, you want to build relationships by asking high-yielding questions and then listening. When I first started, I became a customer and joined the business at the same time. My sponsor was 3,000 miles away, and honestly, I was glad. I didn't want to have anything to do with another business. I just wanted to get our product paid for. Kathy Buck did something very valuable. She respected where I was and started building a relationship with me. She treated me like a customer instead of a rep, and she did excellent customer care. And building that relationship, she had to get to know me before she could help cast a vision. And she did that by asking questions around our family, around our health, and our occupations. And then she listened. While truly listening to your new partners, you will find what their pain is. What she heard from me was that I was a stressed out, overworked mom working 60 hours a week, and while physically present at kids' school events, I was not mentally present. There it was. She identified my pain. Her next question to me changed my life. Sheila, have you ever imagined what your life would look like if you sold your business? Bam! There it was. I started to visualize how I would feel and what I could do without being tied down to that retail store. 2 years later, we sold that business by choice, and we began to design our life.
So we paint a picture, find their pain, and provide a solution. Sometimes it's hard to uncover what really motivates your team, and it might take months to uncover it. One of my new teammates this year started off really strong as a customer who had an amazing shred experience. I asked her to share her shred experience on social media, and she got several questions about it and people interested. Also, she had told me her coworkers were asking about what she was doing. I then told her how it would make sense for her family to join our business since she was already sharing her experience with others. She could help her friends with their health and help her family cover her Juice Plus cost. However, she's a super busy mama of 4 and a full-time nurse practitioner. She got halfway to her 2,000 plus and was struggling to make time for Juice Plus and just lacked the motivation to finish the promotion. I kept pouring into her and helping her with her own health goals. And then one day we were at her house, hanging out, and she revealed to me that her pain point was the high cost of private school tuition for 4 boys. In that moment, I knew this was her why, and we started talking about how this business could be a vehicle to help her with those costs. This created a shift in her, and she completed 6 events a Juice Plus booth by herself, and finished her 2000 plus. Vision changes everything. A big part of raising up strong teammates is believing in others before they believe in themselves, championing their dreams, showing them what it takes to achieve them, and keeping their dreams in front of them when their drive or motivation wanes or life happens, as we all know it does. We keep encouraging them that they can do more with their goals and their business and that they are capable. To be duplicatable, teach your team to cast vision wherever they go, whether it's with a prospect, a customer, or a team member. So once your teammates have vision, the next step is to encourage them to take ownership of their business by getting them involved.
Yeah. So this is mine and Michelle's probably one of our most favorite things to do is to get our teams involved. Earlier, I told you I started working smarter and not harder. Well, I love this quote by Benjamin Franklin. Tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I learn. Tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I learn. When you involve your team, this is a powerful tool of duplication. And one thing we do with new partners that come into our community is identify their strengths right away, like being able to create team graphics, run shred groups, Facebook parties, or posting on team and customer pages. If they are comfortable in front of a camera, we plug them into doing Freedom Revolution Zooms or Facebook Lives. We have a different partner go live every Monday morning on our page. And this is a great way to stretch and grow new and old partners. And that reminds me, it was my turn today and I missed that. I need to go in and do a live today. Oh boy. So
Okay.
buddy them up. Yeah, don't do it. Anyway, buddy them up as soon as possible. Not only buddy them up, but find them a success buddy. Encourage them to find buddies that will be accountable, show up, and be dependable. I guarantee if you ask Michelle to help you find a success buddy, she will climb mountains to help you find that perfect success buddy. So we get them sharing their story as soon as possible, whether it's a connection call or on a team call or in front of large audiences, such as sharing at regionals or boot camps. And this helps them to grow because of the preparation and helps them to shine for their team also. And speaking of doing events, I've always heard through the years, when you are down, get yourself to an event. When you are flying high, you are the event. So teaching new partners to share with passion and purpose at events and full of energy is important. Just like we heard, well, y'all didn't hear this, but anyway, events build your business. We also involve our team by coordinating events like finding locations, helping with registration tables, greeters, or in charge of AV equipment. It's so much easier and less stressful and more fun to get your team involved and showing them how to work smarter rather than harder. And creating their own team name or brand is encouraging leadership and duplication. This could be as simple as a Voxer chat or Facebook Messenger group. They're still a part of the bigger team, but just starting that role of ownership. I encourage our new sales coordinators to do team Zooms and potluck trainings with their new team. Whether 1, 3, 5, or 0 partners show up, it caused that new sales coordinator to grow. And we have team members that have created their own brands by blogging and or by using social media. These are all examples of ownership of growing teams. And using the systems and referring to the systems often is a way to duplicate, period. We have a tried and proven system and we do not have to reinvent the wheel. We have them looking at their Juice Plus Insights every Wednesday, and I'm grateful for the ones that created the Freedom Revolution. And now it's tied to our new virtual office. How easy is that? It's all in one spot, all the tools, and they're valuable. And we have a leadership call once a month that keeps the communication lines open with our leaders. It gives them ownership and a sense of belonging to our team. This is a place where we come together and brainstorm different ideas for our team pages and incentives that inspire team growth. One example that came from a call was a 100 Healthy Kids campaign. And another was a Power of a Couple call because we wanted to reach more men on our team Zooms. So it pays to brainstorm with the team. And getting your team to big events is huge, like JP Live, Summits, Regional. It's powerful for involvement. It's like a family reunion that you actually look forward to going to. And these events can be life-changing. A regional is what inspired me to start growing wide. A conference and what made me realize that I not only would be a national marketing director, but I could be a national marketing director. It builds belief in our industry and our product. And I encourage team to invite wide to big events. Always aim to get 5 frontline or more to events. Can you imagine the spark that could lead to a fire in your organization with 5 different lines excited at the same time?
Powerful. All right. So 5 people, next conference, 5 lines. We're doing it. So as your teammates are growing, leading, and taking ownership, it's very important to invest in your team. This is something Sheila and I love doing and see so much value from. Investing in your team pays off. It creates a culture of gratitude and camaraderie. Never underestimate the power of a thoughtful note. I love gifting and writing cards for teammates who reach promotions, who need encouragement, or for those who experience a loss or personal crisis. You've heard the saying, no one cares how much you know unless they know how much you care. This is true for your team. We also love investing in our team through celebrating and recognizing our team. We recognize our team monthly on our Facebook page, acknowledging new teammates, promotions, qualifiers, top sharers, and other goals to include as many as possible. We do the big team celebrations at every conference to celebrate our team over the past 6 months. We celebrate the small wins and the big wins. Every win matters. We also love providing team incentives. You can do this as you're working on a big goal or conference to conference as your teammates are working on their goals. And you can start incentivizing your team at really any level in the business because our generous company provides sponsor bonus money that you can keep or use to invest back in your team. This year, we did our first team retreat. Some of you guys were there. It was so much fun. We had our year-long team building contest that allowed the new Express Track SCs to earn a spot. It was a big incentive for our team and so fun and rewarding for me to gift you guys an amazing experience. And all of this is possible because our current and new marketing plans both provide a business incentive bonus that encourages and allows us to give back to our team. So what's next for our teams?
So we have, and we are excited about this new compensation plan, just like I'm sure that all of you are. And just, you'll see some of the slides because this is what we have, but we always do, right after conference, we always do a conference wrap-up call. We do quick takeaways from everyone. We hand out a conference to conference planning sheet that gets you thinking about your short-term goals, even for Phoenix. And we immediately have a team wrap-up call. So I'm assuming that y'all have all listened to Kurt Beaver's wrap-up call. That was amazing. I even went in and we did our own wrap-up call, but I went in and listened to that again. So I encourage y'all, if y'all haven't, to go in and listen to that because it really it gets you excited all over again. And maybe you just need to listen to it over and over. We stress the importance of utilizing the great tools that corporate is providing for us, such as the new marketing videos, the new brochures, Zoom trainings, like there's already a Zoom trainings out there for sales coordinators. And I mean, they're already incorporating something that they didn't even introduce at conference now. So I encourage you to stay plugged in as much as you can. And we're encouraging to go ahead and start using the terms, partner, partner plus, qualifying sales coordinator, just to kind of get you used to it. And we also, I can't tell you how many coaching calls we were doing right after conference, just getting people, giving them a clear direction of their goals and their paths. And I love this little sticky note sheet. It's on the mission driven info. And it's just really, it kind of sets a path of where you are and what you need to do to get there. So if y'all haven't seen these on the mission driven, I really encourage you to print them off for each of your goals and just use that as a very clear visual. Our team loves visuals. And the other little slide, it's just a cute little graphic, or a fun little graphic that we do. We found this on the mission driven model, and I use Canva, an app called Canva, Canva. Y'all may be familiar with it. I plugged Amanda's, she's going for NMD for Phoenix. I plugged her pictures and her team's pictures in there, and she keeps it on her vision board. And just creating fun little graphics for your team is amazing. Visuals are powerful. We encourage that. And our team keeps their goals and vision board right in front of them at all times.
Yeah, those are really powerful. So a perfect example of just having that clear direction, you guys, is our 5-1 bonus program. We are so excited about our 5-1 bonus, and this is such an amazing strategy for maximizing the changes in the new marketing plan. Sheila and I both used the 5-1 incentive years ago to build our businesses, and it's a big reason why our teams are so wide. We love our team. You guys, some of you guys know, we love the 5-1 so much that we've pooled money. Some of the sales coordinators and above have pooled money to incentivize our VFs and below to do the 5-1 bonus program. So now it's my turn to be vulnerable. After I made NMD, I got stuck in management mode, feeling like I didn't have clear goals to work toward and that our team wasn't moving the way I had hoped for them. So when I realized I was stuck, I reached out to my regional director, Michael Hecht, and he gave me some amazing advice. He challenged me to set a goal to promote one direct sales coordinator between each conference. I did this and have continued to strive to, and it's been a big reason why our team is so wide. Every month between conference, it helps me focus on on sharing the business and bringing on new teammates so that I can find one or more who get excited and go on to sales coordinator or beyond. And getting to pay this business forward is so much fun. So let's talk about what you can do now. I know many of you guys are as excited as we are about all the amazing things in store for your business and are so excited to share this with other people. So here are some things you can do immediately. Who can you text right now? Lunch next week or lunch this week. Getting together face-to-face is an amazing way to share your enthusiasm about your business and get an excitement about what you learned at conference or what you've learned since we've shared all the amazing things from conference. Who are 5 people you can set up a 3-way call with to share this exciting news with this week? Can you imagine how powerful it will be to connect 5 people to your upline and cast a vision for them to join your team? What teaser posts can you do on social media today to attract some new business conversations? I encourage you to do multiple of these over the next few months as we lead into 2020, utilizing posts, live videos, and stories to communicate this exciting news. So the next big question is, what's next for you? You guys are going to want to write this down. It's really important. These are the things you should be thinking about now that we're all home from conference, now that all these changes are out there in the open. This is what you guys should be thinking about. What we are sharing next is the future, but for Sheila and me, it's been a big contributing factor in building healthy and strong teams.
So here's our takeaway for you. W is for wide. How can you bring more people into your team? Are you building relationships and casting vision? Maybe you just need to protect your precious work time from distractions. I, impact more lives. What's your why for impacting more lives? Ask yourself those high-yielding questions. Create, feel, visualize what it would look like if you were to bring 1 or 3 brand new sales coordinators with you to Phoenix. Are you sharing with passion and purpose? And D is for duplication. What can you start doing to help your team duplicate? Do you need to involve your team more and help them evolve into a leader of their own teams? T is for team. Are you the best teammate on your team? A leader never stops growing. H is for hope. Who can you share this vehicle of hope with? Are you looking for people to share with? Just like when you decide you want a red car, what starts popping up all around you? Red cars, because you're looking. It's the same thing. Are you looking for those people that want health and hope? People will not know unless you let them know. So width is certainly the key that has helped to build our strong and healthy teams.
Sheila, I couldn't agree more. Ultimately, what we do to raise up healthy and strong team has not changed, but we now have more money available, a clearer path, and simpler steps to get to the top. The time is now. The tools are here. People are out there waiting. Don't miss out. Thank you. Let's do this! I had to do that.
Wait for you to do that.
Every time we practiced, I did that. Sheila would laugh, so I had to. So yes, width is the key, you guys. We can't stress this enough. There's always more fish in the sea. There's more people, leaders to raise up, and there's more lives to impact. And if you only have a few teammates wide, your impact is going to be limited, and your paycheck is going to be limited too. So we want all the goodness for you guys. So thank you, Sheila, for being on this call. Thank you for doing this presentation one more time with me. I know
it's in my brain again. Thank you, Michelle.
I'm sorry. Go watch some Netflix or something. But thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to unmute my team so you guys can say thank you to Sheila, and we will let you go so you can do your video.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
All right.
Good luck to y'all.
Angelo.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.